What up? It's your boy Curbs the Rules, and I'm back on that Kerbinator Podcast because I'm curbing everything today. I'm curbing a lot of mofos today, and I have to. There's a reason why. Anyway, if you're motivated, you have drive, you just want to work out, you just want to go shoot around, play some sports, whatever you want to do, make sure you go pick up your ability. Where? You understand? You go, I'm going to have the link below. Definitely check it out. It's a dope line. If you're motivated or driven and you just want to go against all the odds, definitely pick up your ability. New brand young boys are coming out with. It's crazy. Thanks for this ability wardrobe. Ability, I appreciate it. Anyway, we're going to talk about this new thing and why I feel like this. I know I haven't been on here for a while, but I need to talk to you guys for a bit. So, we know it's still the pandemic. People are going crazy. That's it. People are local. People are going crazy. People are fighting. People are shooting, killing, whatever it is they're doing. All right. I hate people who steal. I hate people who are thieves, robbers, people who rob other people. I don't understand why you can't get your own money another way. You know, if you're not robbing for millions, what the fuck are you doing it for? Like, what's the point? It makes no sense because you're going to get caught in this day and age. There's a camera everywhere. When you think there's not a camera on you, there's definitely a camera on you. And you cannot hide because you know why? Everyone tells on each other today. So, trust me. I was listening to Fabio Foreign, a new New York anthem. Crazy. Fabio Foreign, shout out to Fabio, Kanye West, and Alicia Keys. 3 juggernauts right now in this game. In this game, Kanye West is killing it on every record he go on. He's murdering it. You gotta hear what he says in his lyrics. Shout out to Fabio. He brought the New York into that record. Woo! I can't play it right now because of the rights, but yo, I wish I can play it. I may put the link in my bio, you know, the link down below. Definitely check it out. Anyway, in the line, there's a line in there where Kanye says, you don't want to do 4 years in college, but you'll do 20 to life in jail. That's crazy, right? That's what he talking about. He talking about dumb motherfuckers who don't want to spend 4 years in motherfucking college. Will rather do 20 years in a penitentiary. And he's talking about all you dummies who do the dumbest things to go to jail. That's exactly who he's referring that line to. And a lot of us, they're dumb idiots. Ignorant, crazy, loco, mentally ill, mentally stressed. They deal with that kind of stuff. Me personally, no disrespect to my brothers and sisters out there, but I try to not be in places where my brothers and sisters partake. Unless I know you personally, I'm not going to be around you unless, you know, it's a reason for me to be around you. I don't like what I see and what has been happening lately. Look, I know we're passionate people. We're very passionate. We're outspoken. We're unique. We're unique, special motherfuckers. That's what makes us special, you know? But a lot of us are aggressive. We're aggressive people. I mean, I'm not an aggressive person. I mean, of course, if something go down, but it has to, you got to think before you act. And a lot of you guys' impulse is like a fuse. It's like a ticking bomb. And you can't be like that. It's like, and I understand, when you grow up in urban neighborhoods, your neighborhood, your environment make you like that. Because you've been around people like that. That's why you act on impulse. And I understand. Check it out. I'm going to give you something. If you are around intelligent mofos, guess what's going to happen? You're going to become intelligent mofo. If you're around wealthy environment or circle of people, guess what? You too will become wealthy. If you are around sports, people who love sports, and they talk about it all day, you too will become a sports enthusiast or a fanatic of sports. If you are a music person and you're around a lot of music people, you too will become a musician or learn something. Or you understand what I'm saying? I'm basically saying, if you're around a bunch of dummies, you too will be done. If you're around a bunch of idiots who rob and want to steal and do all type of wrong stuff that can get you put behind bars, you too, you will become that. You have books. Everyone have access to a library. Everyone has access to a computer. Okay, all right. Let's say you personally don't have access to a computer, right? There's a local library with a computer there that you can gain access to. And don't give me that BS, because yes, when you get to the library, you sign up for it, you get a whole hour. And if no one is there, you can sign again, you get another hour. You understand? You cannot tell me you do not have access to these things anymore. We're not living in our past where we got whipped, hosed down, police brutality. No, don't get me wrong. There is some police brutality today, but it's not like in the past. It's not like in the 50s, not like in the 60s. You understand? It's a little bit calmer now. Like now, okay, yes, police are shooting people. That is happening. But that's due to you acting on impulse. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those deaths are police mistakes. I'm not saying they're wrong, they're right either. Some of them are wrong. But in most of those cases, if you take a look, I guarantee it was the person who got hurt. They were aggressive also. Maybe. Now, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them. You know how we act. We passionate. We ready to fight. That's the thing. What I don't understand is why girls meet up. I'm watching this video, and girls meeting up to fight because he or she may say something to him, or she may say something to her, or about her. What's wrong with you? Really? You this is reason why people don't want to be around people that look like us. We are, and I'm not saying it's only us doing this, but I'm talking about specifically the people I see in these videos. They look like us. Seriously, I literally watch 5 girls jump. 1 girl. Why? Like that one girl couldn't fight her own battle? Matter of fact, it was over nothing, actually. It was over some she say stuff. Why? she couldn't talk to the girl and say, listen, I think it was a misunderstanding. I never said anything like that. Trust me, I would never do it again. Okay, all right, let's say she did say something. Okay, you approach her. It's like, yo, you said something disrespectful for her. You couldn't approach her like that. You couldn't say, you said something disrespectful and I don't tolerate it. Why don't you apologize for it? Now, I can understand if you come to her like that first and then she still disrespect you. Why are you trying to piece it out? All right, in that case, the gloves come off. You do what you gotta do. Handle like that if you have to. But don't bring your whole crew to do it with you. Like, that's crazy. I mean, if you bring your crew to make sure no one else jump into your situation, I can understand that. But to 5 girls jump 1 girl, come on, please, relax. And then the guys. You guys got short fuses. And I understand it's an ego thing that comes out. You get your butt beat, you want to pull out the weapon, you want to shoot. Why? You want to lose your freedom over what? And then a lot of these situations is happening over a female, a woman that you thought that was your girl. Listen, majority of the women out there these days, and I'm not saying all of them, but there's some, they're talking to plenty of people. You're not their only guy. They have a person in this pocket, a person with a Lambo, a person that works for JP Morgan, a person who could fly them overseas. That's what they're doing. It's all about that green dollar. Women always chase the money. You never find a man chasing you understand? You would never find a woman chasing backwards. If you don't have money, I'm gonna be real. This is real shit. If you don't have money to be with a woman, don't be with one. Don't be with one. You can pay for companionship these days. You can. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying. You can. Here's another thing. Allegations about Snoop Dogg. Lady coming out 2013. It is 2022. 2013. She's coming out to say there was abuse, sexual abuse. Listen, Snoop has never been outspoken of what he does with women. You understand? This is why I can't believe that. I'm not saying it's a lie, but I don't believe it. I can't believe this. Hard to believe. Snoop always been pimping. Always. The guy brought 2 ladies in dog tags at the award show. At the award show. He's always been a ladies' man. I don't see him trying to, you understand? I didn't even believe it when they said Pac did it. I don't believe it at all. I'm never going to believe, only because I be around certain celebrities and I see these women, and these women are desperate, bro. Desperate. Did you not hear that a lady is suing Drake because he put hot sauce in his condom? I'm guessing that's a smart thing. Why not? I think all guys should do that. Taint your sperm so these women can't take advantage of you. There's a lot of women getting pregnant without your authorization, and nothing is being done about it. That is a crime. That is a crime. I don't care what, there isn't no law about it, but that's a crime. If you take someone's sperm without their authorization to impregnate yourself so that you, as the woman could then financially put yourself in a financial gain, that is thievery. That is thievery. It is not fair. Now, I understand now. Listen, hey, if you got this guy and you let him screw you raw dog all the time and you get pregnant, oh, hey, he should be paying you. He should be paying you. And then here's another thing. Why are you women are not smart? Protect yourself. Put a condom on. Why you want to have a baby father who can't even provide for you and as a family? You understand? You want a man who is at least educated, has a great job, or great career, or brings in the bread and butter, however he does it. And you want that man to be a great father to your kids. I don't think no woman should make it hard for their kid's father if the relationship is not working between the two of you. You should never market that around your kids. Your kids should be so innocent in all of that between you and your significant other. If you were his girlfriend at the time and he may have slipped up and cheated and y'all break up, you shouldn't take that anger and put it on the kids. That's your anger. That's your situation. That should be directed elsewhere, away from those kids, not in front of those kids. And the man, you gotta stop this ego thing. If your woman break up with you, and they break up with you because you are a bad influence, it is not you gotta get out of this ego thing where, oh, if she decides to date someone else, you wanna come and kill her because you've been hurt. What kind of shit is that? How weak of a man you are to do some shit like that. I watched a video where this girl was celebrating her birthday, and she had her new man. The ex came, and he happened to be packing, and he was jealous, and he shot her and killed her. He shot him too. He was hurt too in the crossfire, but like how, like you were that hurt? Mind you, if you were cheating and doing all of that, yo, let the girl go, bro. Stop ego tripping. Let your ego go. I understand now if you happen to be with a girl and she kind of rob you and whatever, okay, you need to have that in court. Go to court for that stuff, man. Don't take it upon yourself to lose your freedom over something as stupid. And we, mind you, we're black. You're going to jail. Immediately you would be in jail. And there is no, I'm telling you, sentencing for black individuals or people of color are harsh. This is not our country. I'm going to tell you like this. I know we were born here, but these people, they don't like you. They don't like you. If you want to stay your ass out of prison and out of jail, I'm going to tell you like this. You educate yourself. Definitely in law. I think all people of color should know law, or at least criminal law. Educate yourself and your family and friends too. If you are a businessman, make sure you get a lawyer. You understand? Before you sign any contract, and then make sure that contract is one sheet. You want to be able to understand what is being said to you in that contract. make sure you have whoever you're in business with, negotiating with, you make sure that they can write it so you understand that shit. Because if you can't understand it, what's the point of signing something you don't understand? Trust me, anybody can egg you on with the money. They put it right in front of you. 500,000, 1 million, right in front of you. This is one time. They're right there. Sign the paperwork. You get $1 million. Nah. Read that paperwork before you sign the paperwork. Read that paperwork. If you can't understand it right then and there, as a business associate, yes, if they really want to sign you, they could wait 2 days, 3 days, a week to give you at least a deadline understanding of what you're signing. That's a true person if they can give you that. If they don't give you that and they be like, listen, the deal's on the table for only till 10 o'clock today, and it's already 9 o'clock, man, you better, then there's no deal. That's how you better look at it. If you sign that, you don't know what you're signing. You don't know what you're signing in that paperwork. You don't know what is in there. It could be all sorts of scams and stuff in that paperwork. Don't sign over your life. And I'm talking about in any contract. It doesn't matter if it's music. It could be sports. It could be anything. So what? Your life changes. But at what cost? What if it ends next year? Then what? Right? Anyway, I was watching a video and I like what this lady's saying, so actually I'm gonna play it for you guys because she was talking some real shit. So here it is.
It's always wrong. Like, we very manipulative. We do a lot of shit in relationships and using kids as pawns and just the power of the pussy and being able to just treat niggas a certain kind of way based on money and what the music and the media is telling us we should value. And like, we got to take some accountability and some responsibility. Now, females be on they want to beat my ass about that. How dare she take the nigga side? As adolescents, we get to a certain age and we realize our parents really didn't have it figured out. They were just doing the best they can. And it's when you realize that, that's when you start listening to people in the world. You know how you see an 18, 19-year-old and they stop listening to mama said do this or your daddy said, and they start really just doing their own thing. And we look at it as defiance. But that's that moment when it clicked in their mind that, especially for urban people, my mama ain't got no bunch of generational wealth. She ain't got no bunch of money. If I needed a rack right now to do something, or if I wanted a car or to borrow 10,000, she ain't got it. So really, all the shit she was telling me was just her surviving day to day. I got to get out here in the world and figure this shit out. And then we realized we wasn't taught stress management. We never had no conversations about how emotions will fuck your life up if you make decisions based. This is stuff that we wasn't taught. We taught how to cook, clean, match up your clothes, make sure your drawers clean, don't leave out the house without brushing your teeth, shit like that. But nobody said you could be going through a heartbreak in a relationship and be overwhelmed with emotion, but you still got to take your ass to work. And if you go to them people's job acting crazy, they will fire your ass. You won't be able to pay your bills. As your mama, I don't got no money to pay your bills. You will be homeless. You have to come back here. People will start judging you because you live at home. Nobody's saying this shit. Nobody's saying if you don't have credit, you're going to have to work your ass off to buy everything because people are going to look at you if you ain't got the money, you ain't got nothing. It's just the real shit that's just not being taught. Everybody, I think we on a wave right now, entrepreneurship. And I think what people ain't telling us neither is opening up a business and celebrating an LLC or a flyer you made saying your building is now open. That ain't shit. You're supposed to celebrate the numbers when you actually bringing in some revenue. We have grand openings and we celebrating the idea that we went and got some debt. We ain't, you know what I mean? And nobody's saying hey, good job on becoming an entrepreneur, but until you make back what you just put in, you ain't accomplished shit. That's just a facade you created in your mind that you're now some sort of boss. Everybody online, I'm a boss, bitch. I got a hair salon. I'm a boss, bitch. I got my own music label. I own my own music. Ain't nobody buying that shit. So you ain't making you a boss of what? Nothing. But this is stuff that's not being told to us. So, for me, I'm locked in on that. I'm locked in on. locked in on that. I'm locked in on like the real shit that's not being said and spoken on. So.
And this is the lady that said it. I would like to commend her on what she's saying. Basically, what she's saying is, you know, in our culture and where we come from, we don't have teachers to teach people like us, you know, to, you know, when you open up a business, yes, you get this LLC, yes, you get that. But do you know what you're doing after that? If you don't bring this revenue in, it doesn't matter you own paperweight. It's worthless. You understand? If you're not bringing, let's say you start this fashion brand. Okay, you start this fashion brand, and this fashion brand, you put your life savings in, or maybe family and friends' life savings in. Say you start with 20,000, you get all this inventory and all this stuff, but then you're not even making 20,000 back. You're the boss of nothing. If you don't have streams of revenue coming in as quickly as possible, you're worth nothing. And what she's saying is there aren't enough teachers to teach us this. And what I'm saying is you need to educate yourself. The more you educate yourself, the more you push yourself, trust me, you will learn how to be a boss. You're not a boss yet until after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, where you actually see some income coming in. Yes, you did the beginning stages, which most people could do. But when there's no money, if there's not money coming in yet, you're not really a boss yet. You have to wait till you get some employees, and you have to wait till you can pay them, and you have to wait till you can live off the income you bringing in, and you gotta wait till you can profit off of those income. That's when you know, wow, I made this much this year. When you can say, okay, in 2021, I made 1.5 million, and then 2022, I made 2.5 million. That right there is growth. That shows $1 million was made from 2021 to 2022. When you can show something like that, that's when you know you're doing something. When you can show per month you're bringing in income. So let's say this month 10,000 is generated. Okay, in this month. Then next month 50,000 is generated. Okay, then the month after that 100,000 is generated. You see, 10,000 was the first month and went to 50. That's 40,000 in between that 10 and 50. Then the next month was 100,000. So that's in between 50 and 100. That's another 50. That's 50,000. And then let's say the following you made 200. That's 100,000 that you made extra in that month. So as it accumulate per month, and then you add everything up, you subtract your, what you have to when you do your math, because you have to know math. Now, I'm not saying the math that they be teaching in your schools is something, and be honest with you, that shit is some weird math that they be teaching, because half of the stuff they be teaching in the schools in math, it's not used in your everyday life. Like, if you go and learn math, shit, there are plenty of websites you can learn math from. I'm not saying school doesn't teach you, but it's good to go and educate yourself. If you can't educate yourself, go to school. They educate you. You pay for a class or two. They can educate you. You know what I mean? You can get that diploma or that degree or the certification, and then you can utilize that to you becoming successful. People like people who are certified or has longevity in a business or industry that they're doing well, that they excel in. You understand? You will trust someone with much more experience in something and has done very well in that industry than someone who has none. You understand? That's what she's referring to. She's also referring about mental stress. Many people are stressed out these days, especially in our community, but more so in the world because of this pandemic. But that's due to no jobs. That's due to we have to wear these masks all day. That's due to these shots that we gotta take or we'll lose our job. It's a lot of situations going on where people are becoming more mentally stressed and frustrated. Then you have your children relationships, your husband or boyfriend girlfriend relationship, your family relationships. Listen, if you want to generate wealth, I'm going to tell you how you do it. That will be in another podcast, but I'm going to give you a short one. If you got a family of 5 and all 5 of you are working, this is all 5 of you, you're all working. Let's say you all make $500. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. That's $2,500 each of you are bringing in per week. Let's say a week you bring this in. So that's per week. Or let's say a month. Let's just say a month. You will bring in $2,500 a month. You put that 25 together, right? You put half of it away. The other half you pay your bills. Mind you, you gotta take this sacrifice. Reason why you gotta take the sacrifice, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna grow that money. Then the next month, bring in the next 25. That become 5,000. The next month, you bring in another 25, and then the following. That in 4 months, you'll have a total of 10 grand. Let's say you saved 5,000 of it. Now, all throughout U.S., you can purchase a house if you have the money. Now, what I would do is put all the money in the bank. Open up a banking account, which each of you have named. And the money cannot be drawn unless all 5 has signed off on it. That's the only way the money can be withdrawn from the account. Or you don't have to put it in a bank. You could put it in a digital bank where you don't even see the money. Each of you just put the money in, just send the money into that account or direct deposit into that account. You don't see the money. Let that money grow. You've accumulated, let's say after 2-3 years, you've accumulated 125,000. Let's just say that. Now you have a down payment to purchase 1 home. Okay, why not? Buy 1 home. It's 5 of you. Buy 1 home. You put down payment on it, pay it off. Let's say the house is 200,000. Pay it off, you own it. Guess what? You do it again. You get 2 homes now. Now you got 2 homes. Pay it off. You do it again. Now you got 3. Do it again. Until it's 5. Now each of you have a home. Now if you want to do something smart, you get with your family, make sure y'all have a business. Put an LLC together. Put them homes under your LLC. You got 5 homes now. Let's say you want to Airbnb one of the homes, or you want to rent it out. Okay, let your family move in one of the other homes. Rent that out. Now you just generated some wealth. Let's say, you know what? Let's rent both houses out. Now you got 2 homes. You're generating wealth through rental or Airbnb, or you may want to sell it. That's how you become successful. You can also utilize that same idea that I just put together in finance. I'm going to show you. Let's say you want to buy a certain stock. Let's talk stock market, for example. Y'all don't know too much about it. Educate yourself on the stock market. Put your money in. You'll put your money in there. got generate is growing, now. You can buy Apple, you can buy Amazon, you can buy Tesla, you can buy Microsoft, you can buy there's so many different companies you can buy and purchase. If you want to go into pharmaceuticals, go in that industry. If you want to go in S&P 500, go in S&P. If you want to go in the Russell 5000, go in the Russell 5. If you want to go in the Dow Jones, buy the Dow Jones. Everybody know what blue chip companies are. Do it. Buy companies that also pay dividends. Listen, this is how you spread your portfolio. This is your financial portfolio. And you do this, and trust me, if all 5 of you can stay as patient, loyalty, and not fight over money, I guarantee in 1 to 5 years of you doing this, you all will be rich. Maybe 1 to 10, you will be rich. I guarantee it, all of you, if you do it that way. And I'm saying, and I just said that for 5 people. Can you imagine do it for 10? Can you imagine if you do it for 20? And look, here's another thing. It doesn't need to even be blood members, family members. It can actually be friends, close friends that, because some people find friendships more like in a relationship versus their actual relatives. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is be patient. You can be successful. And this is what this lady is trying to say. She's trying to say that, we in our culture weren't taught a lot of things. And what I'm saying is, it's out there. That information is out there for you. You just have to go and read it. Go and find it. Go and search for it. Do your research. Put in your due diligence. Instead of being that abs crib just chilling playing video games all day. And listen. There are people who play video games and they get paid to play video games. Why don't you get paid? Figure out how to do it. Join those tournaments. Boom. If you're that skillful and that talented in video games, why not get paid for it? You can get paid to play, and there are people who make millions playing. Matter of fact, there's gamers, they're sponsoring people who play their games. Why not? So shout out to her. I don't know her name. I wish I knew her name because I would definitely put it below so you guys can actually listen to her. She is dope for what she said, because a lot of people, this mental stress, this mental illness that's going around, frustrated people they're just taking their anger out on other people, and I feel that's not right. And listen, look, I have a lot of love for the Asian community, the Jewish community. I'm talking about any community. I have a lot of love for. I don't disrespect, and I show love when I can. They show me love too. So, look, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Someone do something to you, especially if you're a Christian or any religion, you don't do back onto others. You understand? You forgive and you let go. That's how we were taught, or, if it's really, you get the authorities involved. And if that can't work, then you handle it yourself how you know how. But what I'm saying is, don't give up your freedom doing it. You understand? There's a lot of people who give up their freedom. And like I said, with our culture, they will throw away the key for us. You understand? They will throw away the key. Do not give up your freedom. Enjoy it. We can enjoy our freedom. We can. Those people who go to restaurants for the I'm talking about specifically the colored people. If you go into a restaurant and you are denied service and you're denied to enter their establishment, why do you want to go there anyway? They probably spit in your food, piss in your food, shit in your food. Why? Why go there? Why create that, and then put them all over the. I'm not saying do not document your stuff. You should definitely document, record your surrounding or what's going on. But at the same time, let's say when you get there and they deny you to enter their establishment, they're not doing it because of your color majority of the time. Majority of the time, they're doing it because they have realized how much money they spent in this establishment and the type of individuals that come into their establishment and destroy it. And in most cases, it is people of color or people who just are stupid. And they view that. And then they say, listen, I don't want this type of people in my joint. That's what they say. And I know it hurts. And it does. It hurts. You know what I mean? It's sad that, we're people of color. And, not everybody act a fool. Not everyone has the same mental issue. But if you don't want to be judged, I suggest you, as a colored person, to dress the part. Putting on a suit and tie will get you into any establishment. You understand what I'm saying? Any establishment. And look good. Get a fresh cleanup. Clean yourself up. Trust me. You can get into any establishment if you look the part. You understand? You won't have any issue. I understand that, we have our fashion sense and our style and we are urbanites and we look the best, but be honest with you, some of these people aren't playing. They put a lot of money in their establishments, and a lot of them, most of the times, there's always a fight, there's always a gun shooting, and it has to do with people of color sometimes. Here's another thing, and this is for our mayor. Our mayor, shout out to Mr. Adams, he's our mayor of New York City. Drill music is not the reason why all these shootings are happening. Come on. This was happening long before drill music was out. So stop using that as an excuse. Because if you would have said, the film, what about the film? Or you're going to stop putting in shows. Okay, I can understand that. And I wouldn't say anything. But when you say music is not killing people. People kill people, not music. You understand? People kill people. Because you know why? And it's a lot that go behind it. It's a pandemic. In urban communities or communities where it is poor, there's not enough programs to go around. So those kids, they're outside and they're looking towards the gang life. They're looking towards the hustling life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's happening. And then I don't understand the gang life either, because I thought being in the gang is a brotherhood. I thought it was to protect from the authorities. And in my opinion, that's what I assume. But now you people are crayons shooting each other because, he's this color or he's that color and he's that gang. And you guys are stupid. And then now it's like y'all becoming so disrespectful to the point where you're shooting at a funeral, disrespecting their moms. I mean, I understand you don't like that person, but you gotta be that disrespectful to go to the funeral to actually, you already killed the person, to disrespect them even more and then smoke them and all this other dumb shit. Yo, you guys gotta grow up. I understand drugs is influencing a lot of this dumb shit that you guys are doing. And I'm not saying it about any gang. I'm just saying gangs in general. Right now in New York, if you are a part of a gang, your situation is going to be even worse. They're coming after you guys. They're coming after you guys. So be careful. They're not playing these days now. I'm just letting you know so that you guys could be much more safer and try to talk to the youngins who don't have common sense. If you are a part of a gang, you understand? The other thing is this. What's the purpose of killing someone that you don't even know? You have no idea. What's the purpose? Like, you don't think you're gonna suffer the consequences? And it takes me back to what Kanye was saying in that record. You wouldn't spend 4 years in college, but you'd rather spend 20 years behind bars. That's what he's talking about. Right there. The violence in New York has gone up, but it's not because of music. It's because there's nothing to do, especially in these communities. There's no programs. People have to cover their mouths, or, because of COVID. And this is why. Do something about it, New York. Me personally, I don't like going on to a train. Let's say if I take a train, because trains are much faster than cars and can get you to your destination a lot quicker than in a car. When I do take a train, it should be spotless, being that I am paying taxes and y'all taking money out of my phone. I don't know if a lot of you notice this, but look at your phone bill and MTA comes up as a tax. We're paying for that. I'm a citizen of New York City. When I come down those stairs, it should be spotless. It should be clean. It should be a police officer in that station, monitoring that station. Why is it that I can go overseas and see that? And New York City has more money than those countries. And I can't even see that here. Mind you, the people here get paid more. Who works for the MTA? Way more than those people. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. What is going on? The trains should be spotless. The seats should be spotless. Shouldn't be shit all over it. It shouldn't be someone who is really struggling in life. Shouldn't be on the train sleeping. They should be somewhere where they can be taken care of and hopefully get their life back so they can get back on their feet. Here's an idea. There's a lot of corporations looking for people to work. Well, why not hire the people who actually need jobs out here to do all the manufacturing things that you need happen? You can pay them less. They're already struggling. Why not? I understand there's a minimum wage. Okay, all right. Cool, there's a minimum wage. Pay them the minimum wage. Or you can set up your own thing and say, listen, I have a job. This is the pay. And this is what I'm going to pay you. If you want it, take it. If you don't, oh wow. Set it up like that. I'm sure you can do that. The way everyone's manipulating the system throughout this country is insane. Look, they're even trying to suppress voting. I mean, me personally, I don't give a damn about votes. I do vote, but actually I don't feel like it counts towards anything. You know, I don't feel like it does, because if it if your vote really count towards something, then why is it nothing happening? I feel like you vote for someone and then you vote for them, then what do they do? What do it? Look, New York City is ruined because of De Blasio, and not just De Blasio, and because of the pandemic, and because of those protests and robberies and stuff. It's ruined. It looked like crap. Now, don't get me wrong. There are parts of New York City that looks good. I'm not saying all of New York look like shit, but there are parts of New York that still look good. And I'm happy that there's people fighting for New York. But for the most part, man, New York has a lot to do. They have a lot to do. You understand? So, I'm just saying, just be careful. Be careful out there. Alright? It's your boy Curbs the Rules, and I really had to go in and curbinate some people. I feel role models should act like role models. You know? Role models should act like role models, and 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 really protect yourselves, and don't get into any situation. Listen, there was a situation that happened in LA where Kodak Black, thank God he's alive, but Kodak Black was in a situation where he got hurt. He actually could have been killed. Like, you guys haven't learned the situation from King Von or any other rapper has died. Listen, have your security do it. You yourself should not jump into that situation. You are the boss. You are the person who brings in the money for your camp. Why are you jumping into situations like that where your life is at stake? Don't ever do anything like that. Make sure you have security who has license to carry, and they can take care of any situation. That situation that happened, that should have never happened. Anyway, it's your boy Curbs the Rules, and I'm coming back with a next episode. You have also been carbinated. Peace.